Hi everyone, I'm Miss Brewer and welcome to my classroom.
Well, of course, I'm very excited to see everyone's faces in person this school year. But having said that, however, we will definitely still be using It's Learning. So I'm going to quickly talk about that, and I'm going to say some things that right now that are applicable to both my History Through Film class and my AAC World Geo and World History class. So, of course, by now you are hopefully familiar with It's Learning. This is the overview page, which kind of operates like a news feed. So your most recent things will be here, along with some announcements, and you can also view upcoming events. And the calendar can be viewed in more detail up here in the tabs. So right now I want to talk about plans in particular. So with plans, this is always where you should go to access class materials because I have it arranged in a specific order. So you might be able to get some of these things through the overview page or through the resources page, but you're not going to get it in the specific order that I have it arranged. So this is just going to be a much more user-friendly way of getting material that you want to look back at or material that you might have missed. So definitely if you're absent, take a look at these plans because it's outlined with the dates and of course it's arranged by topic and it will go in the order that is necessary. What you're looking at right now is just kind of the overview of things that are going to be accessible throughout the school year. So that will be, for example, the textbook and also Zoom links, which I'll talk about in just a second, class information and tech tips, and of course just tutorials in general. So when you are joining a Zoom tutorial, which would be during 8th period from around 2 to 2:30, I ask that you please email me beforehand so that way I know who to expect and that I can make sure that I know what it is that you want to attend tutorials for. If you know that you're going to be out or maybe you don't know you're going to be out, a lot of times you could just get your question answered via email. So I would say emailing me is definitely the preferred method of contact. I will get back to you much sooner via email than if you message me on It's Learning, for example. So email is definitely the best and fastest way to get a response from me. So I'm going to go back now to kind of the tech tips and for more information about the courses in general. So if we click right here on this link, class info and tech tips, I'm going to go over some helpful hints. So this is a Google site. If you would like to bookmark it, I do have some helpful tech tips, which I'll talk about in just a second. And of course, this is just a little bit about me individually. This is my 3rd year here at Stratford, and I've also worked internationally in Thailand, Spain, Peru, and most recently in Dubai. So scrolling down from here, you can see some information about both of my courses, and I'm going to go into a bit more detail about each one here in just a second. But right here is where you can access the syllabuses year-round. All right, and down below at the bottom are tech tips. Now the handy thing is that because this is a Google site, you can still access this It's Learning login error if you have this website booked, because of course this is a Google site. It's not dependent upon It's Learning. I also have a Wi-Fi connectivity link right here, which of course is printed in my classroom. And then here's just a couple of other helpful hints. Chromebook expectations, troubleshooting, checklist, and then of course contact information down here, which is also posted in my classroom. Again, many of these things are printed in my classroom. So now we're going to go ahead and check out these syllabi. So first things first, I'm going to start with History Through Film. And if you are in AAC World Geography and World History, you can skip ahead to 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Okay, so for History Through Film, participation is required. So hopefully by now you have looked at the syllabus. I have received a signed syllabus from everyone. So this is definitely a really important document because the nature of this course entails that we do look at some things that might be, sensitive topics because that is a part of history. And we'll also, of course, discuss their historical accuracy. So note that a big part of your grade in this class is simply paying attention to the film. That is a simple, easy 100 that if you are actively engaged in that viewing process, that you can get. Tests and quizzes will, of course, be over the films, and that is essentially it. If you have any further questions, like I said, please don't hesitate to email me. Okay, so hopefully by now you have seen this AAC World Geography and World History syllabus. This is just kind of the basic overview of the course. So my classroom is in room 326, which is not where makeup tests are, which I will explain in just a second. Here's the breakdown of grading. Tutorials are Tuesday, Wednesday after school, and Zoom tutorials will depend on the A-day, B-day schedule. And that is because I'm only off on 8th period on B days. Down here are my policies. So like I alluded to earlier, makeup tests are on Wednesdays and they're in room 327. And you have a proportional amount of time to make up any and all assignments. Sometimes I will have makeup tests offered in my classroom, but that you should just assume it will be Wednesdays in 327 unless we have arranged something beforehand. Technology should be used only with explicit permission. Assume that you cannot use a cell phone unless you've been authorized to do so. Academic dishonesty is not tolerated, so please make sure you are working with the utmost integrity. I expect my students to never settle for less than their personal best. And that is essentially it. And I'm really looking forward to this course, and I hope you guys have a great school year. Bye-bye.